Great, thank you, Peter.
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
Okay. Nate, question one is, what impact has your John Jay education had on your life?
John Jay has opened many doors and opportunities for me as a person, as a professional soon to be. Has opened doors to many programs such as graduate school, which I'll be starting in the fall. I know more about research than I ever did coming into John Jay, and I would like to continue to pursue research for a career.
What is it that keeps you connected to John Jay?
John Jay as an undergraduate was my second home. I was here almost 6 days a week doing research, doing assignments, and I enjoyed the college environment because I always felt I was productive and I was making myself a person every single day.
And your most enduring memory of John Jay?
And if you can use that word enduring memory in your answer, that'd be great.
My most enduring memory was when I received the Alumni Association Endowed Scholarship. That same year, both of my parents lost their jobs, and I was frantically looking for scholarship money, funding to pay for John Jay. And I thought that I was not going to be able to make it through a semester, but due to the Alumni Association Endowed Scholarship, I applied, I was the recipient of it, and I was able to pay for my college tuition.
Excellent. And one last thing, which is a fill-in-the-blank question. Fill in the end of this sentence.
But use the whole sentence, okay?
As John Jay...
No, just say, on the 50th anniversary of John Jay, I celebrate. So if you can repeat all that and then add like one word or very short, fill in the blank.
On the 50th anniversary of John Jay, I celebrate and fill...
On the 50th anniversary of John Jay,
Hold on just a second. All of this has to be out of the frame.
Okay.
To be on camera. Start again and a big smile and all your enthusiasm.
On the 50th celebration of John Jay, I celebrate research.
Okay, let's do it one more time because you're kind of looking
Oh,
around.
sorry.
Just look straight at him. And you have to hold this up because when this hits this, it makes noise. Go ahead.
On the 50th anniversary of John Jay, I celebrate research.
Okay, and let's try one where you look straight at the camera and say it.
On the 50th anniversary of John Jay, I celebrate research.
All right, thank you. Beautiful.
Nate,
Okay.
Thank you.
job. All I need now is for you to print, sign.
Okay, so watch that this doesn't see that this gets into the frame if you're not careful. So let's start first by if you could just say your name.
I am LaBrenda Garrett Nelson. When I graduated from John Jay, I was LaBrenda Garrett Bowman.
Okay. All right. So take it away, Peter.
Brenda, and what impact has your John Jay education had on your life?
Well, I'll tell you, it was a wonderful place for me to land right out of high school when I didn't quite know what I wanted to do with myself. So I basically got a good educational foundation here that prepared me to attend NYU Law School and to get a great first job at a large corporate law firm and to let that large corporate law firm pay for an LLM in tax at NYU Law School. So I would say it's kind of set the stage for my academic success and my vocational success.
What is it that keeps you connected to John Jay?
And if you can use the word connected in your response, that would be good. But look at him.
I take it this is going to be edited and that's
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. You're in great hands.
Well, I think it was great that somehow the college was able to reach out to me and find me. And I responded at a time in my life when I was in a position to spend more time kind of giving back generally. And I do. I think of this place as a place to which I owe a debt of gratitude. And so now that I've retired from the practice of law, I'm more than happy to do what I can to help other folks who kind of came along just as I did. Because as I understand it, the makeup of the students here is still pretty much the same as it was back in '71 when I entered, which is kind of working class backgrounds primarily. And I think that's important.
What would be your most enduring memory of John Jay? And if you could throw the word enduring into the answer, it would be great shape.
During memory, yeah.
Did I use connected?
You didn't, but that's okay.
That's
It was
okay.
a lovely answer. It was a lovely answer. It was great.
I think I became more politically aware at John Jay and became active especially in what was then basically an association for Black students, and I started writing at John Jay. We had a magazine called Liberation. You may or may not remember. We had kind of stellar faculty advisors, not only Blanche Cook, but Audre Lorde was here then before Hunter College stole her away, and so I think I just really honed my writing skills, which over the years has really stood me in good stead.
One last question. Say fill in the blank. And I'm going to ask you if you could repeat the few words that come before the blank. On John Jay's 50th, I celebrate.
On John Jay's 50th, I celebrate the continuation of a great college.
Thank you, Brenda.
Okay, I don't think I followed your instructions. Do I need to sign something or something?
Yes, you need your...
Maybe that's
At the camera, so go ahead.
On the 50th anniversary of John Jay, I celebrate the continuation of this great college.
Excellent.
I should know this by now.
You're doing good. We're not quite sure what we're doing, but we're doing good.
Okay.
That's why they invented Photoshop.
Well, it doesn't quite work with this.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you can use Photoshop on video.
Yeah, yeah. So you're going to look at this handsome man here, Peter.
Okay.
And try to include some of the language of the question
Got it.
in your answer.
They're very short and simple questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready when
Well,
you are,
first of all, say your name.
Right now,
Yeah.
Elisa Mula,
And when did you graduate?
2013.
Okay. All right.
Right. First question for $10. What impact has your John Jay education had on your life?
That's a great question. So there's a lot that John Jay has done for my career. Part of that would be networking with a lot of the security professionals that are active in the community right now. That's actually how I got my job. Also, one of the most impressive programs I've ever seen as a security professional is the Counterterrorist Vulnerability Assessment Program. And a lot of the folks that I'm sitting with at the alumni event right now, I worked with in that program, and it really kind of helped propel my career forward as far as being considered a real security professional.
What is it that keeps you connected to John Jay?
The other students, the other graduates.
Can you include that? Like, what keeps you connected
Yes.
to John Jay?
So what keeps me connected to John Jay is definitely the other students that I graduated with, and some of the ones that are still attending now. We do a lot of events in the area. We always include the alumni. We always include some of the students that come here. I do a lot of volunteer work with ASIS, which is the American Society for Industrial Security, and we really try to reach out to a lot of the colleges, and what better college than John Jay to include in that type of organization.
What is your most enduring memory of John Jay?
My most enduring memory of John Jay. Wow. I gotta think about this one for a
Only last
second.
year. I mean,
No, but I've been going for like 3 years. It took me a long time to finish it. Let's see, a most enduring memory. I would say my most enduring memory of John Jay is actually going through the TVA training program, which was the Terrorist Vulnerability Assessment Program that we did. It was probably one of the most impressive, well-organized programs I've ever participated in. And the stuff that we learned, the stuff that we studied, was like nothing else I've seen in any of the other classrooms. And, you know, it was all top-notch students, people that I'm working with in the industry now, and it was probably the best few weeks of my entire career at John Jay.
One last fill in the blank. And I need you to basically...
And this is not a test.
No, it's not a test. No, there's no grades, no pass-fail. I just need you to repeat after me and then fill in the blank. On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate...
And you can look at the camera.
Okay. I need something good here.
What is the first thing that comes to mind? This is kind of like a now and future kind of feel.
The lightning round.
Okay. What was this? What was the beginning?
On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate.
On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate the constant evolution of the security community.
Wow. Woohoo!
Yay! Good?
Yes.
Very
All right.
And now comes the easy part.
Recording.
That's reasonable.
That would help.
Name, degree, and
Okay.
Okay, so say that.
Dwayne Edwards, Master's Criminal Justice, 2011.
That's it. What impact has your John Jay education had on your life?
The impact that my John Jay education has had in my life. That's interesting. So my John Jay education is actually directly related to what I'm doing now in security on the private side. One, so in terms of my career progression, major impact. And I say two, in terms of my understanding of the larger criminal justice system and research on a deeper level. That was really good for me in terms of intelligence, what I did in the Marine Corps. So I think it had a major impact on me in terms of my life.
What is it that keeps you connected to John Jay?
What is it that keeps me connected to John Jay? And that's a funny question because I was here for a year and a half, but in that year and a half, the substance that John Jay was able to give me for that year and a half is something that I hold dear to my heart, and it keeps a very, very strong place, and particularly the bonds that I've made with professors here at John Jay. One of which being Dr. Maria Haberfeld, who actually came down to support us in the Marine Corps down in Quantico since I left John Jay, which was amazing, and my career advisor. So I think the personnel here keeps it coming back to John Jay.
What would you identify as your most enduring memory of your college life here?
My most enduring memory of my college life here at John Jay. It's very, so I don't know if you know about the Presidential Management Fellowship. I was actually I believe the first John Jay Master's student to be awarded the PMF program, and I just found out about it through one of the professors advertising it just off chance. I applied to it, and I actually got it through John Jay, and I think that was actually a very special moment in my life because up until that moment, in undergrad, I didn't necessarily take academics that seriously, but I righted that wrong in my graduate career, and so overall, that was a very special moment for me.
And then finally, one fill in the blank question, and I need you to sort of repeat after me and then fill in the blank. On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate.
And you're going to say it here.
Yeah.
You need to take a moment to think about it.
I can repeat it if need be.
Okay. I love the fact we can edit this. On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate the love for learning.
Beautiful. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Take that off. Talk to him. He's a pretty good-looking guy. Include the questions in there, like we use the word connect. Try to use that word connect.
Okay.
Whatever language is in there, if you can incorporate it, that'd be great. So just look at him.
And we need you to first start by giving us your name, degree, and year.
Okay. Now?
Ready, CB?
Yeah,
Oh.
talk to him.
Hi. My name is Chastity Whitman. I got my bachelor's in forensic psychology in 2013, so about a year ago. Yeah.
What impact has your John Jay education had on your life?
Well, it allowed me to further my education, so I'm actually still at John Jay now getting my doctorate, and my undergrad experience at John Jay is directly what allowed me to finish that pipeline and to go into my doctorate right now. So
wait a minute. What are you studying? Can you say like John Jay helped me to study, or use?
What field is your doctorate?
I'm getting my doctorate in forensic clinical psychology, so my bachelor's in forensic psychology kind of helped me to segue in. Now I'm doing clinical forensic. So.
What keeps you connected to the school, to John Jay, besides the obvious that you're still attending as a doctoral student?
What keeps me connected to John Jay still, I think, is there are a lot of emails and reaching out so that I know what events are still on campus, so I'm able to see like what's going on, what do I want to get involved with.
What would you identify as your most enduring memory of your life of enduring memory of John Jay?
My most enduring memory of John Jay would probably be, I was in the McNair Scholars Program, and I'd say that collective experience is what really facilitated me doing everything with my career so far, so that's definitely what's stuck with me.
And then finally, one simple fill in the blank.
Okay.
And a couple of things. First of all, you can take a pause to ponder the answer, and this time we need you to look over there at me. Okay? And just have to repeat after me. On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate.
On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate my career.
Want to try that one more time? A little more confidence.
Okay. On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate my career.
All right, excellent. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, we got it. All right, so you're going to come in front a little bit more. Here we go. And just talk to Peter.
And first we need you to give us your name, your degree, and your year.
My name is Susie Bell Pimentel, also known as Roxy, and I have a BA/MA in forensic psychology. So I did both at the same time.
Right. What impact has your John Jay education had on your life?
Several, actually.
Can you use the word impact?
Sure. Some of the impacts that I had, that John Jay has had in my education, besides being able to join the McNair program, and now having been accepted to a PhD program, which I will be starting in the fall, I'm also teaching here as an adjunct professor for the sociology department as a research methods professor. And I am also have done a lot of research through the McNair and have presented at different conferences and done my own thesis and my own research study. And I'm actually in the process of hopefully publishing my paper this summer. So it definitely has had a lot of impact in my life and my education.
What keeps you connected to John Jay?
The faculty, the people here, the students. I see a lot of my colleagues still that that I'm still connected with them because they're now sort of in the same process and they're trying to figure out how do I get to the next step. And I feel like John Jay and a lot of faculty at John Jay have equipped me with those tools, so that I'm now helping other people that I want to get there.
And I realize you're fresh out of the box on your degree, but what is your most enduring memory of John Jay?
My first semester here, I was a transfer student, and I remember I went to the North Building, and there was this whole thing about the one-stop, and I was like, what is this one-stop thing? So I remember I needed to figure out something about my bill, and I was in line just like everyone else, and I was kind of frustrated because it had been a while, and a guy comes up to me and says, hi, my name is Jeremy Travis and I just want to welcome you. And I'm like, who is this guy? I don't even know this guy. And then, eventually I figure out he was the president of the college. And I thought it was a very genuine and nice thing to sort of meet the president and for him to just be so available to students. It was a really, really nice thing that I'll never forget because in the university that I had been in the last 2 years prior to me transferring here, I had never met the president. So it's kind of like a big deal for me,
And
yeah, it really is.
and finally, well, first of all, on this next one, this last one, I need you to look at the camera, not me.
Okay.
And take a moment to think about the answer if you need to. It's a fill in the blank. On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate.
That's it, with lots of feeling.
On John Jay's 50th celebration, I celebrate being an alumni.
Are you sure about that? Okay,
I'm still being connected to the community here.
okay, so let's say it one more time. Put that all together, put it in your own words, give it back to us.
Okay. On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I'm celebrating still being connected to the community.
Beautiful. That was really nice.
Thank you.
Talk loud.
Nice, pear-shaped tunes.
Okay.
Okay? So first, Emily, I need you to give me your name, your degree, and your year.
And you should
When I was an undergraduate,
Yeah.
well, yeah, you start here. That's base. What as an undergraduate?
Your name, the degree you have, and the year you got it.
Okay, so my name is Emily Joseph. I graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Forensic Psychology in 2012.
Emily, what impact has your John Jay education had on your life?
And use the word impact, okay?
So John Jay impacted my life in a kind of crazy way. I was actually almost a high school dropout. And then I was modeling at the time and decided that John Jay sounded cool and kind of stumbled into forensic psychology as a degree and took a couple of classes that really influenced how I thought about school. So it turned from something that I absolutely hated and wanted to get rid of as soon as possible to something where I was looking forward to that and skipping my go-sees to be in class, which I had to have that really tough, so we need to have a conversation with my modeling agent, and she was actually really okay with me just going to school full-time and taking that on, and now I'm sitting here working on my PhD, so that's kind of my, from started at the bottom, now we're here, surprise story.
What keeps you connected to John Jay?
So like I said, I'm a PhD student, and
Excuse me, if you can say what you're studying, when you say that,
Okay.
what you're studying.
so like I said, I am working on my PhD in psychology and law, and actually have the opportunity to dual specialize in behavioral and applied social psychology at the same time. So it's a little bit more coursework, but then I get two fields that I can say that I specialize in. So being here still has really kept me connected, but I've also made connections with the faculty, and also I still have my friends from when I was an undergraduate, and now forming these new networks and connections as a PhD student.
What is your most enduring memory of John Jay?
So my most enduring memory of John Jay would probably be when I got part of a grant. I was brought on as part of a grant that was funded by the Department of Homeland Security. And I actually met a great group of people through that, and I'm still friends with them. I'm living with one of them now, and that really helped me get through my undergraduate as it was, and then into the graduate program that I'm in now. But my most enduring memory of that bit was that I walked into the interview room, and the woman who was interviewing me had just accepted me to be a part of her research lab, regardless of this extra grant. So I just walked in, and she goes, "Oh, hello there. I already know why you want to work." So, and getting the news that I then received that, which wound up being close to $100,000 in funding, was great.
And then finally, one fill in the blank question. Need you to look at the lens this time right now. And repeat after me and fill in the blank. On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate.
So think about it, but look here and say
On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate getting where I am now. John Jay has had such a big influence in my life. I don't know if I would
be employed, but I certainly wouldn't be working on my PhD now. Does that work?
I'll just speak real quickly.
Nicholas Lemos, class of Masters of 96.
Yeah, it's kind of hot. We had a woman talk before, a very sophomore.
Is this okay?
Hang on a second.
Test 1, 2, 3. Hello, my name is Nicholas. I'm Greek. I live in San Francisco. I moved here in 1993.
Good.
You're good?
Okay, so, all right. So the first question is, what impact, and use the word impact, has your John Jay education had on your life?
Since I graduated from John Jay College of Criminal Justice, the impact has been undescribable. I have been testifying all over the world as a forensic scientist for years. If I had $1 every time a jury gives me a nod when I say the words John Jay for my master's, I would have retired a long time ago. There's name recognition.
Excellent. Okay, so again, use words in your answer. What keeps you connected to John Jay?
We constantly hear about all the exciting developments at John Jay. You are at the forefront of forensic sciences, and there's a great community of forensic science graduates in California. So we keep in touch through them for the entire spectrum of developments that we hear from you.
Fantastic. And what is your most, think back, what is your most enduring memory of John Jay?
So when I signed up to do a master's in forensic science, I specialized in toxicology. And the professor who took me under his wing was Professor Arvind Agrawal, the late Professor Agrawal. So I showed up in his lab, and he said to me, "So you want to do toxicology, huh?" I said, "Sure." He said, "You see that box over there? That's your new instrument. You put it together, and then you come and let me know when it's ready for us to run some experiments."
Fabulous. So now this last one is, you're going to repeat the whole sentence and fill in the blank. And you're going to say it to the camera. And the sentence is, on John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate. So you need to take a moment to think about it.
Let me think about it.
But you're going to say it.
When is the 50th anniversary?
It's this year.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So you're going to say it here. Look at the camera.
Okay. On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate its strong foundation and incredible history and its really promising future.
Wow, can we hire you?
All right.
Then we'll get some sound bubbles. Okay, so first of all, just say your name and the year you graduated and what you studied.
My name is Barry Stern. Graduated in 1989, and my degree is in criminal justice.
Okay, so as I said before, try to incorporate the same language in your answer. What impact has your John Jay education had on your life?
Well, it's certainly opened doors to me that otherwise wouldn't have been open. Even.
I'm sorry, just a second. Go ahead, start over again.
The degree certainly opened doors for me that wouldn't have been open otherwise. I lost my train of thought. Take
One
two.
more time.
My degree certainly opened doors for me that otherwise wouldn't have been open to me. Even back when I attended in the mid-'80s, John Jay had a reputation as being the #1 criminal justice college in the country.
Wow, okay. So what keeps you connected to John Jay? You can use that language if you go.
My connection is solely through the Alumni Association. And they send me brochures for other events like this, but this is the first one that I've been able to attend.
How do you like it so far?
Oh, it's great. It's great. This is nothing like what the school was when I attended. All of these buildings, they weren't here. I was over in the old building, and I had to commute every day to come to class because I was working at the time full time, so I had to come nights.
So this is better, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, there's more, of course, more buildings, more classrooms. They have more degrees now, more majors. Back in the day, I think if they had 6 or 8 degrees, that was a lot.
What is your most enduring memory of John Jay?
Oh, it's just that it's been here for all these years, and in the beginning, it catered to police and public safety personnel so that they could get a graduate education.
Great. And if you could think about this, fill in the blank, on John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate, and if you could say it into there. On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate.
I celebrate my ability to have gotten a graduate education.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Is it working there?
Yeah, it just works with stuff.
That should be like a normal and fast.
Anyways.
But if you want it medium.
All right, so it's your 15 minutes of fame.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Rosemary, we're going to look over here at me.
Okay.
So first of all, say your name and what year and what did you study. And we're going to look at me when you say it.
Okay. Hi, my name. Oh, okay. Hi, my name is Rosemary Belliard, and I graduated in 2013, and I studied political science.
Great. Okay. So these questions, just 3 questions. Just try to use the same language in your answer so that people know what you're referring to.
Okay.
Okay. So the first question is, what impact has John Jay's education had on your life?
Well, John Jay's impact has had a very positive impact on my life. Oh, I think I messed that up. Sorry. Ask that again.
We can edit.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Okay.
Let me think about it.
What impact has your John Jay education had on your life?
Okay. So John Jay has had an impact on my professional and personal development. When I started at John Jay, I was very curious and intrigued by the functions of government, and across graduating, I was able to develop a deeper understanding and find where I wanted to go on with my career.
Great. That's good. What keeps you connected to John Jay?
Let me think about that one. Well, okay, so the Pre-Law Institute and the Peer Ambassador Program definitely keep me connected. They were 2 institutions who had a lot of impact in my undergraduate career, and I definitely keep in contact with my mentors and my colleagues, and they definitely keep me on page with what's happening at John Jay.
Excellent. That's wonderful.
Oh, yeah. Hi.
Okay, so what is your think about it, what is your most enduring memory of John Jay? The thing that sticks out in your mind when you think about coming here?
I could definitely say that the strong sense of community has been one of the strongest things that I've definitely kept in mind from my experiences at John Jay. And it's something that I look for not only in higher education as I start law school this fall, but also in the institutions that I want to work for. Having a strong sense of community is definitely very important.
Great. So now this last one is just if you can look at the camera and say, because this is the 50th anniversary we're coming into, right?
Okay, yeah.
Everybody's excited about it. So if you could just say, on John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate, and what is it that you celebrate?
Okay. To say that whole entire sentence?
Yeah.
Could you repeat it? I'm sorry.
On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate.
Okay. On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate immigrant rights.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Do you know Alma?
I think we've met in her, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the first thing, we want you to say your name and what you study. Maybe step just an inch or so away from, so that you don't look like a lead.
Sure. Good?
Okay, you're good. Yeah. Okay, great. So if you could just say your name, what year you graduated, and what you studied.
Sure. My name is John Cusick. I was a humanities and justice major with a double minor in political science and English, and I graduated in May of 2013.
Okay, that's just for some ID purposes. Okay, so from here on out, look at me and answer the question.
Sure.
You can use your hands. You can, be
Not be awkward.
Yeah. You can be awkward if that's
Sure.
natural for you. And try to incorporate the question in the answer, like the language.
Sure.
So that we know what you're referring to.
Great.
So the first question is, what impact has your John Jay education had on your life?
Okay, so I can just start now. John Jay shaped me in so many different ways, from what I want to do, the areas of interest that I became familiar with. And to be honest, when I grew up in Vermont, it was a very sheltered environment, both ethnically, culturally, religiously. So coming to New York City, and particularly John Jay, I was exposed and broke a lot of stereotypes I had about different ethnicities, races, and cultures. And there wasn't this abstract diversity. We talked about stop and frisk in the classroom because students were being stop and frisked. We talked about police brutality because there were issues going on. And on the flip side of that, we also had cops and people who were interested in that. So it was this intellectual exercise that just broadened my horizons and really shaped what I wanted to do. And to be honest with you, it's the main reason why I want to pursue public interest reforms around criminal justice.
Excellent. So, what keeps you connected to John Jay?
To be honest with you, it's everyone. I know that's vague and cliche, but professors I'm in contact with weekly. My fiance is a John Jay alum. Our friends we hang out with on the weekends, whether they're abroad, sometimes we Skype with them, and it's constant interactions. It's almost like we took our connections here on campus, and now we're just at different jobs in different places, but we're still in constant contact, debating politics, talking about different issues going on in the city.
What is your most, think back,
Sure.
what is your most enduring memory of John Jay?
Most enduring memory of John Jay. Sorry, I just have to think about this one for a second. Thinking of the right one to say because there are a lot of them.
Say more than one.
There are a couple. I mean, the first one was, I think, in terms of the solidarity.
Can you use memory or
Sure,
enduring memory?
sure.
We don't know what you're referring to.
Sure, not a problem. I think the most enduring memory that I had was when a couple of students and I put on an event called Activism in the Age of Mass Incarceration, where we had Dr. Cornel West, Dr. Khalil Gibran Muhammad, and Immortal Technique come and do a panel discussion. It was sold out, 500 plus. The entire new student cafeteria was sold out. Professors were there, classes were there, people from off campus. And it was really just this intellectual space where people were talking about a lot of topics that we were all interested in. And it showed the power that student-driven events can have on the impact of the school.
And what were some of the other memories?
Some of the other, probably the most interesting memories I had were during my experience in the debate society in the beginning as my freshman year. As I mentioned, coming in from Vermont, there were a lot of things I wasn't used to and certain things that I was saying. So getting made fun of for being that awkward white guy standing in the corner, those were pretty funny moments. In addition, the political activism has always been an interesting thing on campus, whether it was with protests that were going on, whether it was tuition increases, whether we were talking about commencement walks and bringing those back. And those were always interesting as well and memories that endure.
Nothing about your fiance. Okay.
Oh, well.
That's fine. We see each other way too much.
Okay. So this last one is, you'll say the whole sentence and fill in the blank, and you're going to say it to
The camera?
Yeah. So on John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate
on John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate the first time that I met Sally Abdelgafar, my fiance.
Hello, this is Scott. I don't know whichever. This is Sally. We just have a few questions, and if you can use the language of the questions in your answer, know what you're referring to.
No problem.
So first of all, say your name and what year and what you study.
My name is Sally Abdelgafar, and I'm, can I say it again? My name is Sally Abdelgafar. I graduated from John Jay 2013. My major was, I was actually a CUNY baccalaureate student, and I majored in politics, law, and economics.
Great. Okay, great. So you're going to look at me when you talk?
Okay, yeah.
All right. So what impact has your John Jay education had on your life?
John Jay gave me the most uncomfortable education. So I think that a part of what made it transforming was that it made me really uncomfortable when I walked into a classroom, learning things that I, had believed for so long were right, and realizing there was so much gray. And so what John Jay gave me was the understanding of myself and my education, who I wanted to be. Yeah. I got my wisdom tooth taken out, so it's like, yeah, I know. No, it's fine.
It's good that you're using your hands. It's good. Okay. The next question is, ready? Mm-hmm. What keeps you connected to John Jay?
John Jay has done way too much for me to not be connected to it, and I'm still actually really, really good friends with most of my professors, and I keep in touch. Actually, one of my professors, Professor Healy, I have lunch with her every Wednesday, and so I'm constantly coming back. I even come back to urban male initiative events and any kind of events that Vera Fellows is holding. And I also come to all the events that one of the ISP classes, Professor Markowitz, has, and he's doing Brown versus Board of Education. So I'm constantly coming to even those events every Tuesday. So I have no choice but to be connected.
Great. What's your most enduring memory of John Jay?
So I'm pretty sure that people have brought up several memories already, but I think my favorite memory and something that really stuck out to me was walking every day my freshman and sophomore year into the John Jay Democrats room and then taking everyone and huddling them inside the Republican room and just sitting there and debating and getting furious at each other on different political issues, and then at the end be asking each other out to lunch. And so that's also how I met my fiance, John, who was vice president of the Republican Club. And so being able to clash with different people and then still being best friends at the end of the day. And I'm actually still really, really great friends, as much as it might hurt, with some of my Republicans.
Oh, it would be that good in Congress.
Yeah.
Right. So, here. Okay? Okay, great. Okay, so this last one is, on John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate, and then you get to fill in the blank. And you're going to look straight at the camera.
Okay, so can I think about it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that would be too cliche. Okay. On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate being a teacher who is dedicated to education. Okay. All right.
You want to do it again?
Yeah, I'm more. So it's on John Jay's 50th anniversary, right? On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate being a teacher and dedicated to all of my students' education.
Great. Next name, what you studied, and what year you graduated.
All right. My name is Linda Keisha Michelle Reynolds. I studied criminal justice and graduated in 1980 with a master's degree.
Criminal justice?
I'm sorry. Yes, a master's degree in criminal justice.
Great. Okay, so from now on, the answers that you give, if you could say them while you're looking at me.
Okay.
Okay, great. So, what impact did John Jay have, the education have on your life? What impact?
The impact was I was the first one in my family to obtain a master's degree. And I thought I wanted to be a social worker. I went to Columbia School of Social Work for 6 months and said, this is not where I want to be. I think I like criminal justice better. And my mom, God bless her, she said, go to the best there is. They have it in New York. So then I did my research, word of mouth, spoke with other law enforcement. I was a probation officer at the time, Supreme Court in New York City, and it was John Jay. And I said, that's it. I'm going to get my master's in criminal justice at John Jay College.
Excellent. So what keeps you connected to John Jay?
Well, because of the education and experience I had here, I ended up being the first African American and woman in the history of New York State and the country as Chief Deputy Sheriff of New York City. That took place in 1990. And that's what got me there. First woman, and when I came onto the department, they only had 2 other female deputy sheriffs. One was a Latina and one was an African American. And all the rest were men. And I was also the chief firearms instructor. I learned that in probation. When I took the exam, I got promoted, and then they recruited me into the warrants unit. So I was running all over New York City. That's fun.
I bet you have some stories.
Oh, yes.
What is your most enduring memory of John Jay?
You know what it is? The instructors, the professors, how they, if you had a problem, you could go to them, they would talk to you, they would give you information on how to work it out. And the camaraderie of other law enforcement personnel that were in the same bag. Everybody was either married, had a full-time job during the day, but they really wanted to advance their career, obtain knowledge, and go the distance. And we had our study groups. You know, I'm strong in this, you're strong in that, and we combine it together. And I don't think any other university in the United States has that type of family camaraderie.
Excellent. So, okay, this last one is to say to the camera.
Okay.
You're going to repeat the whole sentence and finish it for me. So the sentence is, just listen and think for a second. The sentence is, on John Jay's 50th anniversary, which is this year, right? So on John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate.
On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate my career, my being a member of this fabulous institution, which was only 2 like ex-factory buildings that we went from 56th Street back up here to 59th Street to attend. And I celebrate the gift that I was given to be able to attend this college and further my career more than I ever thought possible. That's what I'm celebrating. Yahoo! John Jay.
I love it. Say, happy 50th anniversary, John Jay.
Is it really?
Okay, ready?
I didn't know it was going to be promote that.
We're going to Okay, you ready? Somebody's got to count it.
Oh, okay. You want to count it?
I mean, you have to hug each other.
All right, that's what this game's all about. Let's go.
Sit on each other. Be sure you can breathe. Be careful, don't knock it down. Ready? Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy 50th anniversary, John Jay. Great. Lovely. Thank you. So first of all, please say your name, what year.
My name is.
Your name, what year you graduated, and what you studied.
My name is Hank Scheinkoff, and I got a master's in 1979, and I studied criminal justice.
Okay, great, Hank. Okay, so these questions are really short and sweet.
Sure.
If you could include the language so that we know what you're referring to, that'd be great.
Not a problem.
So the first one is, what impact has your John Jay education had in your life?
My John Jay education had an extraordinary impact on my life. First of all, it was a quality program, quality teachers, quality coursework, very difficult, not easy, and it made me think. And I think the most important thing you can get out of higher education is the ability to think creatively as well as critically. John Jay did that for me.
Excellent. What keeps you connected to John Jay?
What keeps me connected to John Jay is a question I've thought about a lot. It was 35 years since I left. The memories are important.
The people that I studied under, like Arthur Niederhofer, were world-class scholars and people who had a tremendous impact on the world. What keeps me connected is what keeps me connected to this university. This is the last great hope for people who want an opportunity, who didn't think they had one, to have one.
Wow. What is your most enduring memory of John Jay?
My most enduring memory of John Jay is graduating. I was so happy to get the diploma that I could put up on the wall because it said M.A. John Jay, and that meant something.
Great. And now for the last one, if you could think about it, you're going to repeat the whole sentence and fill in the blank.
Sure.
The sentence is, on John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate...
On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate the fact that police officers who started this institution have been able to integrate themselves into a democratic society and, frankly, keep it going thanks to John Jay.
Wow. Tell me your name. Okay, excuse me, guys. Tell me your name and what you studied and when you graduated.
Okay. David Leibowitz. I got a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. I graduated 20 years ago this year. 1994.
Great.
Yes.
So, David, when you hear this question, if you can incorporate the language into your answer so that people know what you're referring to.
Sure.
Okay. So, what impact has your John Jay education had on your life?
Well, it has impacted me with the.
Look at me.
With,
I'm sorry. Let's start over again.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
It's okay. Sorry. Is it awkward? Can you?
It's a little awkward.
But,
yeah.
But it's you have a nice profile.
Okay. I'll try to.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Right, try it again.
Okay. Well, the impact that John Jay has had on me, I've been working at the United States District Court, the Southern District of New York in Lower Manhattan the last 17 years, and when I applied for the job, I think my bachelor's degree did, in no small part, got me the job because of the bachelor's degree I got here at John Jay.
That's great. What keeps you connected to John Jay?
I like to keep connected to any number of people from my graduating class. I'd like to try to help out this generation of students because the John Jay was such an invaluable place helping me as a student. I want to give back.
Great. Mm-hmm. What is your most enduring memory of John Jay?
My most enduring memory was the year that I went for the Dean's List. I wanted to get on the Dean's List. I had 2 years left until I graduated, and that whole year, wow, I worked so hard, really hard. I got by with B's and C's, but on the Dean's List, you had to have A's, B's, and wow, I got them. And that was great. That was such a landmark year for me because I wanted to accomplish that while still a student, and I did.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last thing is you're going to look straight in the camera.
Okay.
And you're going to repeat the sentence and complete it for me.
Okay.
So the sentence is, on John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate... What do you celebrate?
Okay.
Look in the camera.
Okay. On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate its legacy, its impact on the criminal justice system, and basically that.
Excellent.
Okay.
Now you guys can airbrush all this gray hair out, right?
Can you stand back some?
Sure.
Yeah, there we go. So first of all, say your full name.
Nick McNichol,
What year did you graduate?
1996.
And what did you study?
Master's in Public Administration.
Okay. We're adjusting to So, Nick, you can use your hands
Okay.
All right? If you can use the language in the question, they'll know what you're referring to.
Understood.
Instead of it, say education.
Understood.
What impact has John Jay education had on your life?
Well, the Master's in Public Administration that I completed under the guidance of Professor Patrick O'Hara and Professor Ned Benton, who I visited with earlier tonight, helped me with some administrative responsibilities that I was being given at the time in my career.
Wow. What keeps you connected to John Jay?
A couple of things. Since I worked here for 24 years, I have a lot of friends here. And my wife, who I met here as a cheerleader when I was coaching basketball, runs the honors program here. My wife's name is Litna McNichol, and she called me and said I needed to come in tonight, that she needed some arm candy.
What is your most enduring memory of John Jay?
I would have to say that my most enduring memory was the opportunity that I had to meet people that had never exercised successfully and introduce them to the world of working out. And one of the success stories, I would say, is still here, and I visited with him a few minutes ago. Peter Dodenhoff joined the fitness center in the South Hall, was much heavier than he is today, and was smoking. And went on to finish the New York City Marathon successfully. So he will be an example of the kind of effect that I had on some people in a positive way. And I'm very proud of that. I made a contribution to his well-being.
Okay, so this last one is, you're going to say the whole sentence and complete it. So, and you're looking at the camera, because this is like giving a birthday wish to John Jay. It's their 50th anniversary coming up, okay?
Okay.
So you're going to say, on John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate, and you finish it. And you look at the camera.
On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate the success that the college has had and the future of the college continuing to be a leader in the world of law enforcement, criminal law, public administration, international security, fire science, and I can't even remember all the majors we have here, but this college leads the country and the world in many of those majors, and it makes me proud to have graduated from John Jay.
Perfect. All right. Tell me your name again.
Amara?
Amara. We have similar names.
Yes.
So, Amara, first of all, say your whole name.
My name is Amara Kareem.
What year did you graduate?
I graduated last year in 2013.
And what did you study?
I studied International Crime and Justice and Human Services.
Excellent. Okay, so try to use this language in your answer so that we know what you're talking about, okay? Now, the first question, there's only 3 questions. They're very short. You can give short answers. It's fine. What impact has your John Jay education had on your life?
I need time for that. Let me think about it.
Sure. No problem.
Repeat that question again?
Yeah. What impact has your John Jay education had on your life?
It has familiarized me with the outside world and dealing with people, becoming a leader and acting like a mature person, knowing what you're doing in the world you're living in.
That's great. What keeps you connected to John Jay?
I think basically everything about John Jay keeps me connected to it. The environment, the community, the people around it, and professors. I always feel welcome. It was one of my passions to come to John Jay, and I think it was the best decision I ever made.
You guys make me want to come here. Okay, what is your most enduring memory of John Jay?
I have a lot of things connected to John Jay. The time I was the president of a club here and playing tennis for John Jay, along with becoming an ambassador and dealing with people, the outsiders, and introducing them to our community, and being in the classroom and just connecting with each other.
That's great. Okay, so the last one is this. You're going to say because it's John Jay's 50th anniversary coming up, this year. So if you could say, on John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate, and then you fill in the blank yourself. And you're going to look at the camera.
I celebrate what?
Whatever you want. It could be one word, or it could be a whole sentence. Take a moment to think about it.
I look so clumsy, right?
No, you're so lovely, I was thinking. I just love your outfit.
Thank you. Oh, goodness.
Okay, so the sentence is, on John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate, and then fill in the blank. It could be one word.
Oh, goodness, it's so difficult. On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate to be a better person and congratulate everyone who has ever become part of John Jay.
Wonderful, that's beautiful. Go again, come on.
I have to warm up.
Yes, that's right, that's right. We can edit that together.
I'm having fun.
Good. That's what you're supposed to do at an alumni event.
Yes.
Have a little wine, see your friends, right? I hope you did.
Yes. Having fun for the friends that couldn't come. Now I'm going to tell them which.
Okay, so this is Scott. I'm Amala. You're going to look at me. First of all, say your name again.
Carla Brown, with a C.
What year did you go here?
I graduated in 1984.
And what did you study?
Deviant behavior and social control.
Interesting, very interesting. Okay, so there's only 3 questions. They're very short. Try to incorporate the question in your answer so that we know what you're referring to.
Okay.
All right. So the first question is, and look at me when you talk, what impact has your John Jay education had on your life?
To be able to negotiate and be a diplomat where there's difficult matters, and basically they call me ambassador among people that know me. They call me the ambassador because basically I'm able to see both sides and come to a solution. So that's what is great impact I realize as I move through life. It helps.
Excellent. What keeps you connected to John Jay?
Well, John Jay stays connected to you. They're always letting you know what they're doing, the events that they're having, and I like that you still feel connected and that you want to stay involved with the college.
Great. What is your most enduring memory of John Jay?
My enduring memory is being with professors who work with you. One of the grades that I got, I didn't like that I had got a C on a test, and he said, well, I will work with you to bring it up to your A. And I did get an A. That was the history, which is one of my best subjects. And I teach about history of hair.
That's excellent. Okay, so great. Now this last one, you get to look straight at the camera. You're going to say the same sentence, and you're going to complete it. Okay? So the sentence is, on John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate...
On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate the rights first of children. Justice for children.
You want to do it again? Yeah, it's okay. He wasn't ready with the sound. That was just a warm-up. Okay, one more.
On John, tell me you're ready. On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate the rights for children.
Great, excellent.
Yes.
Ready? 1, 2. One more.
More, another pause. Another pause. Another pause. Okay, now you have to be interviewed.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, just look at me and answer the questions.
Okay.
Ready? Okay, so say your name and what year you graduated and what you studied.
Okay, so my name is Shelly Brown, and I was here for undergrad. I graduated in 2000, criminal justice, and in 2008, MPA IG.
Whoa. Okay, so now with these questions, if you can use the language of the question in your answer so we know what you're talking about, what you're referring to. What impact has your John Jay education had on your life?
So my John Jay education has had an awesome impact on my life. To be specific, as soon as I completed my master's, I got a double promotion at my job. Yay, John Jay.
Where do you work?
I work for the Administration for Children's Services. I'm a child protective manager.
Fabulous. What keeps you connected to John Jay?
All these wonderful events that we have here. I've always felt a part of the John Jay community, and I love that we have all these events for all our students and alumni, and it's just great just to come back and just to keep up, just to be a part of all of this wonderfulness here.
That's great. What's your most enduring memory of John Jay?
Oh, wow. I can remember just being in the cafeteria across the street and just sitting there and just meeting new people, making new friends. Just literally sitting in the cafeteria, eating in between classes, and just talking to people. And some of these people that I met in 1994, I'm still friends with today in 2014.
That's fantastic. And the last one is, if you could complete the sentence and say it to the camera, because we're coming up with the 50th anniversary, right?
Yes.
So the sentence is, on John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate, and then just add what you celebrate.
I celebrate.
Wait. Oh. Say the whole sentence. On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate.
On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate the wealth of knowledge that comes along with attending this wonderful institution.
Beautiful. Oops, sorry. And tell me your name and the year you graduated, what you studied.
Okay. My name is Vanessa Callahan. I graduated May 2013, and I studied.
Yeah, you can do that again.
I'm nervous. Okay. My name is Vanessa Callahan. I studied criminal justice, and I had a dual specialization in criminal law and procedure and investigative technique. And I graduated May of 2013.
Excellent. And can you tell me, what was the impact that John Jay education? Excuse me. Is there a problem? Okay. So can you tell me, and try to use my question in your answer so we know what you're referring to.
Yes.
So how did John Jay's education impact your life?
It impacted my life because when I came to John Jay as an undergraduate student, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I wanted to become a police officer. So when I started taking classes in law, I decided that I actually wanted to do. Can I start over?
Yeah.
Can I start over?
Yeah.
I'm nervous. Hold on. This is not good.
Relax.
I sound
Just
stupid.
Relax.
I sound so stupid.
No, you don't. You sound energized because you want to dance. So that's great.
Okay. Okay, hold on.
Here. There we go.
Can you guys help me with this answer this question?
No, you're doing great. You're doing great.
You sure?
Yeah.
I don't want to sound dumb.
You can't because you're smart. You're not dumb.
Okay.
Okay. So how did John Jay's education impact your life?
It has impacted my life because I love John Jay College of Criminal Justice. Wait, can I just do it over?
What happened? Okay, you think about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
John Jay College has
helped me. Okay, start again.
John Jay College has helped me formulate my long-term goals. And my long-term goals are to help women of domestic violence and work in the field of law.
Excellent. And can you tell me, do you have any enduring memory of John Jay? What stuck with you?
The professors, they had passion. They took their time with us, and they believed in us. And that's what actually is still. That's what keeps me here right now, is because someone believed in me.
So that kind of leads into the next one, which is what keeps you coming back? How do you stay connected with John Jay?
Because John Jay is a school for justice, and I'm all about justice, and it gives me that energy, that drive to want to fight for justice.
Great. So now the last thing is we have one sentence we're asking everyone to say because the 50th anniversary is coming up, right?
Yes.
So if you could say, on John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate, and then you use your own expression. What do you celebrate? So
I celebrate renew.
Okay. So you say, on John Jay's 50th anniversary, say that.
On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate a new me.
Okay, great. Excellent. Okay, so I just need you.
Okay. My name is Abraham Rivera. I'm in the MPA program for inspection and oversight, and I actually graduate this May. So I'm very excited, and just enjoying all the perks and everything else that come along with being an alumnus at John Jay.
Great. Well, we have a few other questions if
Okay.
you don't mind answering.
Okay.
So try to use the language in your answer so people know what you're referring to.
Okay.
So the first question is, what impact has John Jay's education had in your life?
Okay. John Jay's education, I think the biggest impact was more gearing toward what I want to do for the future. You know, and I actually went to part of a CUNY system. I went to City College, CCNY, for my undergrad. And I chose to do John Jay for my graduate degree because I actually was teaching at John Jay undergrad course in digital forensics. So I decided to pursue it even further. And I think that's one of the things that the biggest impact that John Jay's had on me is the need to want to pursue even further. So after my MPA, I want to pursue my PhD.
What keeps you connected to John Jay?
Aside from you know, having a you know, an income and teaching, I think that teaching is the biggest aspect of staying at John Jay. Just the fact of being able to, you know, impart some of my knowledge onto the students and giving back, you know, in that respect. That's been my my greatest pleasure.
Wonderful. And lastly, what is your most enduring memory of John Jay?
I think my most enjoying memory is I was called to do to be the keynote speaker for their first technology conference, and I want to say this was in 2012, I believe, 2011, 2012, and I think that was one of my most enjoyable experiences, you know, at John Jay.
Great. Lastly, because we're coming up to the 50th anniversary of John Jay, if you could say this sentence and complete it. The sentence is, on the 50th anniversary of John Jay, I celebrate, and then you complete that sentence, okay?
Wisdom.
Okay, so say the whole sentence.
Okay. One more time.
On the 50th anniversary of John Jay, I celebrate.
Okay. On the 50th anniversary of John Jay, I celebrate wisdom.
Come this way a little bit. Because we have the nice blue background. There we go. A little more. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, you want to hold on to this? Okay, let me see if I can hear you. Hold on. Go ahead. Talk.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, so if you
Go Bloodhounds! Woo!
All right, so your name and when you graduated, what you studied.
So my name is Litton McNichol. I've been at the college since '77. I did the 10-year plan for my 4-year degree, so I'm a class of '87.
Great. So the first question is, I'm trying to use the language so that we know what you're referring to. How did John Jay, how's your education? Come close a little bit. How did your education at John Jay impact?
So my education at John Jay was terrific. I got a degree in police studies. Although I never used the degree, I stayed at the college as an administrator. I've been here since '79 as an administrator, but I also got a husband and a career at John Jay, so I was thrilled with that.
Excellent. What keeps you connected to John Jay?
What?
What keeps you connected to John Jay?
I'm connected to John Jay because when I started in '77, I've never left. I've been here since. I'm working at the college as the administrative director of the honors program and loving every moment of working with terrific, fabulous students who show so much promise for the future.
Great. And lastly, what is your most enduring memory of John Jay, like especially from your student days? Let me move over this way. Okay.
My memories as a student of John Jay was the commitment that the faculty had to the students and continue to do. When I was at John Jay, there were a lot of police officers that were training. So as a young teenager sitting in class with a lot of older police officers who had guns on their ankles or on their holsters was really intimidating at first, and then it was very familiar.
That's great. The last thing is, because we're coming up to the 50th anniversary, as you know, if you could just say this whole sentence and complete it by looking right at the camera. We're going to say, on John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate, and then you're going to fill in the blank.
On John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate dedication to education and justice.
Beautiful, thank you.
Sure.
Here, let me check your teeth. You look good. Yes, it's fine.
Is that?
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, I just did CNN yesterday, so I'm usually not Newsday, no, News 12.
Okay, so first of all, tell me your name, what
Sure.
year you graduated, and what you studied.
Brendan Healy, MS in Protection Management and Emergency Management, 2013.
Okay, so pick a spot and stay there.
Right?
Okay. All right, so try to incorporate the question in your answer and look at me.
Got it.
What impact has John Jay had on your life?
My professional life?
Any part of your life?
John Jay's had a huge impact on let me start again. It's still just recording, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter, I'll edit it out.
You cut it out, okay. John Jay's had a huge impact on my professional life by getting a chance to meet a lot of great people from different backgrounds, different industries. It's helped me in what I do today as a risk manager at an investment bank, and I've really enjoyed the experience I had at John Jay.
Great. So, what keeps you connected to John Jay?
The alumni is fantastic. Some of my best friends are actually alumni here. We maintain close relationships both in industry and outside, and it's been a really good experience being in touch with them.
Excellent. And what's your most enduring memory of John Jay?
I think the most enjoyable memory was actually spending time on the campus, spending time in class with my fellow classmates, and really just having a good time working together at projects and spending time together.
Okay, so the last thing is...
I didn't like that answer. No, I want to redo it though.
Yeah, sure.
Because he was behind you, jumping up and down and stuff.
Get over here. All right, go ahead. Woo, look, they're all coming. Let's do it together.
That's right.
All right. All right. Okay. So what's your most enduring memory?
But enduring?
Yeah. Okay, you have to step back.
Oh.
You're like,
Oh, sorry.
take it in frame.
So I'll say my most memorable moment at John Jay was actually having class with some of my greatest friends that I met, spending long nights working on projects and really enjoying it. They're all laughing. Stop, you can't do that. That's not fair.
Okay, come on.
Right. It's not my fault. They're,
Finish the dance.
I'm really going to make you mad by the end of this, aren't I?
I'm going to make you mad.
Oh, I think so. All right, so my most memorable moment at John Jay was really meeting some great people here, maintaining those relationships. Some of my closest and best friends are from John Jay, and I'm really glad to have had an opportunity to meet them and work with them through my career here.
Great. And the last thing is,
I don't like that.
Yeah, that was good.
I can't.
We might not even use it, so don't worry.
They say like picture people naked, so.
So let me ask you. This is the last one.
Okay.
Complete the sentence. Say the whole sentence and complete it. It has to do with the 50th anniversary.
Okay.
And why we're celebrating it.
Sure.
So if you could say, on John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate, and then finish the sentence. Okay, so say the whole thing.
Can you repeat it one more time? I'm sorry.
On John Jay's 50th
Yeah.
anniversary, I celebrate.
All right. So on John Jay's 50th anniversary, I celebrate the diversity, the programs here, and the fact that John Jay's evolved over the past 50 years and become a phenomenal institution promoting social justice.
Excellent.
Great.
Come over here.
Party rock the heavy and DJ Camilla, baby. Welcome everybody, John Jay alumni. As we hang out, we lounge out, we celebrate.